bless family. I am Ricky and I am officially welcoming you to today's edition of the Mouse Bites. And can I just tell you how excited I am to be back with you guys once again after a very nice, relaxing week out on the Disney Magic with Disney Cruise Line. So I'm very excited to be back with you all. If I start coughing a little bit, do know I've had bronchitis for the past couple weeks, so I'm guessing it's just a warning. I may end up coughing or clearing my throat a little bit just to, but it's all going to be okay, I promise. And I am so excited because I sailed on the beautiful Disney Magic, and I am ready to talk about my cruise to the beautiful country of Canada, which is where I just came from. So it was my first time being up to Halifax, Nova Scotia, and then we went to Saguenay and Baie-Comeau, as well as Quebec City in Quebec. So it was a fantastic cruise, and it was very, very interesting. It was very much like a kind of had a very small town feel, which was really, really nice. All things considered, it wasn't like traveling to a Caribbean port of call. It was all very quaint and just very, very small town feel. Did a fantastic job. If you're curious, decided to join us today. So the cities all put on great shows for us. Saguenay had a fantastic they did dancing, and they were dressed in period clothing, things like that. And they had fireworks for us in Quebec City. Also had fireworks for us in Saguenay, actually. And then Baie-Comeau, they just really also were so excited that we were there as well. So it was really just a fantastic cruise. And of course, Halifax was simply beautiful, very, very, very nice. I really enjoyed my time there too. And each of the ports had really great things that were there for each one. That kind of, it's different. Like I said, different than a Caribbean cruise because I really kind of tried to engulf myself in the culture of the cities and find out what makes them so special. And so you're not going to the beach all the time. You're actually going on kind of learning expeditions. And so I definitely learned a lot more about our friends to the north and what makes each of those cities so special. So the Magic in itself was simply beautiful. It was my first time on the Magic. Got to experience Rapunzel's Royal Table, which is simply stunning. I do wish that you could maybe hear a little bit better. We were at one of the side tables, and it did feel a little disjointed from the show, just a little bit. But other than that, Rapunzel's Royal Table is fantastic. Had first time at Animator's Palette on the Magic, which is a different show than on the Dream and the Fantasy, which is also really cool. I'd always been really excited to see this version of Animator's Palette because it was the original version, and it's the one that always looked really exciting to me. So was super excited to see that. And then also got to eat at Lumiere's, did Palo brunch and dinner, fantastic. Really, really, really just had a great time. Wasn't super slighted by the smaller ship, so it didn't bother me because I had been on the larger ships before. The smaller ship didn't really seem much smaller, which is good. I did notice, and maybe it's because of Hurricane Florence, still being out in the middle of the ocean. Maybe it's because it was the size of the smaller ship. Not entirely sure, but I did definitely notice feeling of the ship a little on the Fantasy, or on the Magic as opposed to the Fantasy and the Dream. But it didn't bother me, so that was good. But I definitely felt it more. So I felt myself shifting around a little bit more, all things considered. But definitely enjoyed my time on the ship. So if you guys have any questions about my cruise or anything like that, or about cruising Disney Cruise Line, be sure to ask here in the comments, and I'll be happy to share those with you. And yeah, it was just a fantastic cruise, and I really do hope that if you've ever considered cruising with Disney Cruise Line, you absolutely book a cruise. I know that they're just announcing the new 2020 itineraries and things like that, so that's very exciting. Disney Cruise Line is unparalleled. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It's just opulent and fantastic. So if you get the chance to cruise on Disney Cruise Line, I absolutely highly suggest it. But yeah, so if you have questions, since like I said, they just announced the new cruises for 2020, or you want to know more about Disney Cruise Line, feel free to ask me and I will be happy to answer those questions. I do hope that they go to some of these ports again in the future. I know that they don't have them scheduled as of right now, but I feel like it was definitely something that people will be interested in seeing in the future. So, and I do have a question. Let me look this up. I do know that the dates for 2020 for some, it's not all the cruises of 2020, but it is a fair number of cruises in 2020. It's early 2020 that they've announced. And I'm still catching back up a little bit on some of the outside news, like Disney Cruise Line news and stuff like that, because obviously I have all the news for the Mouse Bites today. But it's early 2020 is when they're going to be having openings for, and openings to the public. Bookings for the public open on October 4th. So we are getting there, let me tell you. So that will be Thursday for the general public. Now, obviously, if you're a platinum cruiser or a gold cruiser or a silver cruiser, so if you've basically been on Disney Cruise Line before, you can have the opportunity to book ahead of time. I believe platinum cruisers, if I remember right, platinum opens tomorrow, silver opens, or no, gold opens on the 2nd, silver opens on the 3rd, and then general public opens on the 4th. Don't quote me on that 100%. Like I said, I have been away for the past few days, so I'm not 100% sure on the opening schedule right now, but I do know that the 4th is the official day for general public. So yeah, it's going to be an awesome experience for those who are looking forward to sailing on Disney Cruise Line. So, and that is for, Lydia asked specifically for New Orleans. So the 2020 dates for New Orleans can be booked for general public starting on the 4th. So there is your answer. And you obviously, for those who are looking to book one of those cruises, you'll want to do it ASAP because that's as the ship fills up, and I suspect those New Orleans cruises are going to fill up very quickly. As the ship fills up, the price does increase. So keep that in mind. If you are looking to cruise with Disney Cruise Line, especially some of the new ports like New Orleans, that's going to be a very popular cruise. I can guarantee you that one's going to go very quickly. So you're going to want to make sure to book that as soon as the window opens up for your specific availability. So with all that being said, let's get to the fun of the actual news this week, because let me tell you, Disney must have known that I was gone, because they released a whole heck of a lot of news last week. So they were like, you know what, let's just dump it all now while she's out, and then she has to catch up on it all. So yeah, so first of all, we're going to start with Spaceship Earth. And Spaceship Earth at Epcot will be closing at 8 p.m. for routine maintenance from October 1st until October 4th. So only a 4-day period. Any guests who have a fast pass for the attraction during this time period will be provided with other options, including another time to ride Spaceship Earth that fits in with the itinerary for your FastPass Plus selections or another experience. Spaceship Earth is planning to resume its normal operating hours on October 5th. So it's only going to affect 1 hour of the day from October 1st until the 4th. So also buzzing around the internet this week was news about Rafiki's Planet Watch and the fact that Rafiki's Planet Watch and the Wildlife Express will not be available to guests visiting the Magic Kingdom. The two are expected to reopen in the spring of 2019. And I believe, let me double check, I did not put the date in there, which would have been very helpful. It will close on October 21st. So beginning October 21st, Rafiki's Planet Watch will be closing for the time period, and it is expected to open in the spring. No official date on when that will reopen in the spring, but just know it will be closed for the winter months. At the Magic Kingdom, the Plaza restaurant is going to be offering breakfast. This restaurant is located on Main Street, USA. Breakfast will include delicious breakfast fare such as eggs, bacon, sausage, breakfast potatoes, create your own omelet, lobster benedict, and yes, Mickey waffles. Can't have breakfast without Mickey waffles, right? So if you are looking to experience a new breakfast option, the Plaza is going to have you covered. Speaking of morning time at the Magic Kingdom, starting in December, the number of attractions that are going to be available for the Disney Early Morning Magic at the Magic Kingdom will be increasing. And the breakfast offerings will be moved to a more spacious venue, giving more guests the opportunity to experience this very cool event. So breakfast will be served at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. and will include the following assorted juices, coffees, teas, seasonal fruit, oatmeal, granola, yogurt, fresh baked pastries, cheese and cured meats, scrambled eggs, smoked bacon, sausage, breakfast potatoes, pancakes. Now, the attractions that are still going to Mine Train, the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, as well as Peter Pan's Flight, although it does look like Peter Pan's Flight might be closed for refurbishment for a few dates beginning in January to early February. So just keep that in mind, too, if you are planning a vacation to Walt Disney World and looking to get on Peter Pan's Flight during those that month, or that time window, because it looks like Peter Pan's Flight is going to be closed for refurbishment. But you're also going to get to experience Princess Fairy Tale Hall, It's a Small World, Mad Tea Party, as well as Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. So Disney's Early Morning Magic is a really great event, and it is something that is very, very popular. It does cost $79 for adults and $69 for children, and it is only available on select days, and it allows you basically private time in the Magic Kingdom before the park actually officially opens to the general public. So it's your ability to get on attractions without having a terribly long wait in line, which is kind of nice. Moving on, and this is the last piece of news I have for you guys, and it's the biggest piece of news that I have for you guys. Beginning on October 16th, the guests will be able to access a brand new online vacation destination as well as purchase tickets, and this is the big part. Tickets are going to be priced by the date of the visit. So it's no longer going to be how it is now, where the tickets are a set price and it's that price no matter what day you go on. Now it's going to depend on what day you go on, and this is mainly for like those who are just purchasing tickets. If you're purchasing a package, do know that's not the way things go with the package. It's just for those who are purchasing tickets by themselves. This is an effort to help people more easily plan their Disney vacation. The new online vacation planning destination will feature park offering overviews, travel tips from the Disney Moms panelists, and customized suggestions based on each guest's personal preference, helping guests to make informed decisions. And then when they are ready to purchase their tickets online, they'll be able to use an interactive calendar, which will display the different prices based on the dates that the guest chooses to visit, and states when the tickets will need to be used by during a specific time period. So no longer will tickets be available from a blanket, this date to this date, 14 days after the beginning first date, which is how it currently is. It's now going to have a little bit of a smaller window depending on how many days of tickets you're going to be purchasing. That's something also to keep in mind. The calendar is also going to allow guests to quickly be able to see the lowest price days within a month. So you'll be able to click on a link and see the exact days that are going to be the cheapest price tickets. And I promise you that as we get more information about this ticket price change, I will absolutely relay this information to you all. Again, this is just the beginnings of this. This is just Disney letting us know that, hey, we're making a change to the pricing, so and the way that you go about buying tickets. So it's a heads up, but we also don't know a whole lot about how things are going to move forward. So just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to be cagey or anything with you and say, I don't know, because I really don't know. And Disney is only releasing certain information at a certain period of time. So we'll know more definitely by October 16th. But as of right now, it is still a little bit up in the air for us to know kind of how the ticket pricing is going to go. And again, I suspect that there will be an increase in tickets pricing with this upgrade. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. It's also going to be a surprise price increase. So just keep that in mind. So that's going to do it for all the news that I have for y'all today. I do have, somebody has asked a question, so I'll see if I can answer it. It's from Elizabeth. and she wants to know if we can ask non-cruise questions. And of course you can. I will answer any questions I possibly can if I have an answer. So she was wondering about construction updates at the resorts for February 2019, and the best rooms at Deluxe are moderate for 3 adults, 1 child, and 1 baby. So I'm assuming that it's the 3, 1 child and 1 baby. I'm assuming that that's correct. So personally, you know, I'm going to point you, shameless plug, to the Mouse for Less's refurbishment page. On there, I post all the resorts that are currently under refurbishment. With that being said, I would probably not stay at Caribbean Beach. It's still in flux. It will still be in flux in February 2019. So I'm going to suggest not staying there just until everything gets done. You know, it's a great resort overall. I just think that since you are asking about construction, that may not be the resort for you at this time. So, and you may not want to stay at Coronado Springs. I feel like the construction isn't as bad there, but if you really don't want to be affected by construction at all, then you may want to consider staying where there's somewhere where there's not really construction options. As for a moderate resort then that I think would be right for your family, I'm going to actually suggest French Quarter, so Disney's French Quarter Resort. I really like this resort. I believe, I know that, I believe that it will sleep 5. If not, I know for sure Riverside will sleep 5. So Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort will definitely sleep 5. And I really think that that's going to be a good option for you. Now you can do 2 rooms and 2 rooms, which I think maybe a better choice since there's going to be the 3 adults, because then 1 adult would have to sleep with a child, and that's, you know, so it depends on how your family is situated, how you want to do that. So I think that you may want to consider a deluxe resort, and it just kind of depends on your budget. You know, I do like something like Wilderness Lodge. I think that that's a great resort. Also, the Contemporary, if you're looking for something kind of near the Magic Kingdom. And then if you're looking for something sort of near Epcot, I really enjoyed staying at the Boardwalk. I think that it's a great resort. There's a lot of things for families to do. You can walk around the loop, get to Epcot, and Disney's Hollywood Studios very easily from there. It's an easy walk for both. So those are kind of going to be my suggestions for the deluxe resorts. I think that those are better options. But again, it kind of depends on, you know, how the budget is situated, and you know, how if your family is comfortable all sleeping in the same room, or if you're going to need 2 separate rooms. So just kind of keep that in mind in the back of your head, or something to consider. So anyway, if you all have any other questions, I am kind of curious to see what y'all think about the changes with, you know, I know that obviously you guys have opinions on the change to the tickets, and of course rightfully so. But I'm kind of curious, you know, kind of stepping back a little bit, I'm curious about the changes to Rafiki's Planet Watch, because, you know, for those who are familiar with Rafiki's Planet Watch, and probably not a lot of you are, and I'll admit, I was one of you. I actually hadn't been over to Rafiki's Planet Watch until this year, actually. So it was my first time going over there, and it really is a charming little area. So what it is you take the Wildlife Express train from Harambe in Africa at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and then you go over to the Planet Watch. There they have some educational experiences, that edutainment thing that Disney is so famous for. You can go to the petting zoo, which is really a neat little thing to do, especially if you've got little kids, or you're a kid at heart like I am and you want to pet goats. That's always the thing you can do. They also have they have a place where you can actually see where the animals are being operated on, or are having, you know, procedures done, or, you know, veterinary stuff going on there. So that's kind of interesting as well. And yeah, it's a really great little area, and it's going to be missed, you know, in the time period, I think. But I also think that maybe by Disney making it kind of a seasonal attraction, it might make people go, you know what, like I haven't been over there in a while. Maybe I need to actually make my way over there. And I understand, you know, it's not easy to get to. You do have to take the train and everything like that. And there's, you know, but I think it's a great experience, especially if you've got little kids. I think it's a great little experience for those with families and you know, kids at heart who want to go play with goats. So, so, let's see. Dawn Marie wants to know what they're doing with the changes, and I don't exactly know 100% what you're talking about. So comment again and let me know which changes you mean, and I'll be happy to answer them. Oh, if you mean the tickets, I'm going to have you go back and watch this again because I went over it just a few minutes ago, so sorry if you missed it. But it's basically they're changing the structure of how you're going to be able to purchase tickets. That's kind of in a nutshell option for you. Elizabeth asks if I'm suggesting to buy tickets before the change to avoid the price increase if you already have your travel dates. Here's what I'm going to suggest to you. If you are planning to book a package, I'm going to suggest to actually consider. It's not going to really matter for you because the pricing it's not going to be affected as much. If you are looking at booking your tickets separate of your resort, so you're not booking a package, then I would say maybe consider buying your tickets ahead of time. So that's what I'm going to suggest now. If you are just looking at buying tickets separately, I would suggest doing it now. So, but if, like I said, if you look, Elizabeth, you look like you're going to do the resort and the tickets all in one. So if you're booking a package, it won't matter as much. So it's not going to affect you as much. Let's put it that way. So yeah. Do you guys have any other questions for me? I will be happy to answer those. Let's see. Jamie has, will you still have the 6 months to use all the days of your tickets, but have to select the dates at the time of purchase, or Florida residents and only buy tickets most of the time? So I know that Florida residents have different rules as far as ticket usage. I suspect you will, I will say, there is going to be an option where you can purchase and not have to select dates. So you can purchase tickets and not have to select the dates that you're, so you can be a little more flexible. So in this situation, you can purchase tickets and not choose the dates that you're wanting to go, just so you can have the ability to say, okay, I want to go in December, and then change and say, no, wait, never mind, I want to go in January. However, I'm going to let you know that that comes at an additional cost. So in order for you to have the ability to have the option to use your tickets whenever and not pick select dates, you will have to pay a little bit more. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. So again, it's all still very, the information is very uncertain as of right now as to what is going to happen with the tickets as we move forward. All we really know is there's going to be a change to the tickets, and it happens that it's going to roll out on October 16th. So again, as we find out more information about these changes, I will be sure to let you know, but as of right now, I really don't have a whole lot of information. And that's not because I don't want to give you the information. Have the information. Disney hasn't released it yet. So, you know, I'm not trying to be difficult and not explain things to you all, you know, very well. It's just I don't have the information to be able to explain it to you. So I think we're just going to have to be a little bit patient. And unfortunately, I know that's not easy to do, especially for someone like me who really wants to know, you know, okay, what's actually going on with this? And I get the frustration. Trust me, I have the frustration myself. So we're just going to have to be a little patient while we find out how everything is going to shake out in the end. So the date that everything changes is going to be on October 16th. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's all I've got for you all. I'm going to hang out here just for a couple more minutes and questions that pop up. Finishing the final spiel here. So if you guys are not following us on social media, why not? We're a lot of fun. Following us on Facebook, of course. We've got a great Facebook group which answers tons of questions. If you want to know more about tickets, the Facebook group is going to be the place to go because everybody's going to have questions for tickets. So make sure you go there. You also want to make sure you're following us on Instagram. You want to make sure you're YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, did you all know that we have a fantastic newsletter? You can go sign up at us.com, get sent information in your inbox, news and specials and all kinds of things like that. So go ahead, go on over to themouseforless.com, sign up for the newsletter. It's going to be a great option for you guys to learn a little bit more. And otherwise, I guess that's going to do it for the Mouse Bites. So see you all next week, okay? Bye.